Hello, this is John from optionsmeister.com, and I want to put together a short video to introduce you to the gold level membership. We're starting to get some traction and a little bit of membership growth, and rather than just sending out a brochure, I thought maybe a short video would kind of explain some of the benefits of the Optionsmeister gold level membership. Let's take a look. First of all, I've outlined the benefits here. We've got a private Skype group, a live trading room, live trades, daily recaps. We specialize in earnings trades. I'm available throughout most of the day to answer any of your trade-related questions. It's a small group of like-minded investors, and you'll really can earn while you learn the probability-based way. So let me dive into details on each of these bullet points. Well, first of all, the cornerstone of the group is the private gold level Skype group. It's a private membership group, part of the gold level. When you join, you are added to the private group, and in this private group, most importantly, I actually send. This is where I post in real time actual screenshots of the trade entries, any trade adjustments you make, any trade exits you make, and also the private group chat. Throughout the day, there's dialogue back and forth. A member may ask me, what are we going to do with this trade? What did you do with this trade? They may have missed something I did. So that there's an ongoing dialogue in that private group all day. But the most important thing is this is where I post the trades in real time. So if you have a computer or even if you have a smartphone, you can get those trades to come right to your smartphone and also keep up with the chat in the group. I also, as a benefit of the gold level membership, is a private live trading room only for gold level members. It's basically open from about 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, and that's Eastern time. And what we do in there is I typically start out projecting the live futures charts. Many of us trade futures, so the futures kind of get going. Oil, ES, about 8 in the morning, so I'm usually projecting charts around 8 o'clock, and I'll look at any market that you care to look at, but the ones we focus on are the ES, oil, gold, and the Russell. Russell's getting a little more popular, so starting to get a little more activity in there, so we're trading that a little bit more. I also use this room, obviously, for option education. I can simply bring up any of the trading platforms, TOS or Tastyworks that we use, or anything, and bring it up on the screen and answer any of the members' questions. We do use it for the live education. So it's a live room. You get a link to it, register once a week for it, and then you can attend every day. You can leave it on. Also in there's a private member chat. So in addition to the private chat in the Skype group, there's a private chat in the webinar room or in the live trading room. So you can leave me a message either way. Now, on the Skype group, I leave that on basically 24/7. The live room I shut down at about 4 o'clock after the market closes. So you can even, if you leave me a message in the Skype group and it's the middle of the night or you're on a different time zone, you leave me something, as soon as I get back, I'll try to address it right away. And then we also do live training. We use that webinar room for special live webinars, live training, special sessions. Now, again, the real benefit to the gold level membership that you should, or one of the key benefits is you should look at is you get live trades, you get them in real time, and you get them right on your desktop or on your smartphone. So if you look at on the left here, I've got, you'll see a screenshot will come through like that. That shows a trade that I might be looking at, or I may have already sent it in, and I just sent a screenshot of that. Now over on the right, if you're familiar with the Tastyworks platform, I do them on there. When they got the little blue F, the little blue circle with the F in it, that means it's been filled. And you can tell here there's a timestamp. So like on June the 4th, this was filled at 3:53 p.m. So you don't have to ask me, hey, did you get filled on that? Is it working? Whatever. Down at the bottom on this XBI trade, you see it's got a little W. That means it's still working, hadn't been filled yet. So I'll post it when I enter the trade. If I don't get filled right away, I'm posting it as a working trade. As soon as I get filled, I'll post a screenshot of the actual trade with the blue circle with the F in it showing it's filled. Now, another benefit that I think I've been asked to do, and we do it almost every day, I try to keep up with this, is I give you a daily recap of the trades. And going left to right, opening trades, in the middle of the trade exits on the right, or any adjustments. So if you're gone during the day, you've got a job, you're away, or you're at different time zones, and you might be in a trade that I've already done, and you might say, oh, gosh, what did he do with this square trade? Well, you can see at 9:52 on the 15th, I rolled that. I made an adjustment there, so that, and as you can see, that it was filled. So you might not get exactly the same adjustment. At least you know, and you can keep up with what I'm doing. And I don't think that is offered in any other room that I've ever been involved with, where you get the live trades, you get live exits, and you get the live adjustments. And even if you can't be there, you'll check and you'll see that these are what happened during the course of the day. And you can always go onto the Skype chat and scroll back and check the conversations for the day. Now, one thing we do a fair amount of, about each quarter, we probably average about 60 trades, earnings trades. We trade the earnings releases. A lot of people are concerned about them. They say they don't work. I've seen a recent article from one of the real big advisory services that said they've been back testing them and all that, and they don't work. Well, we have much different results with that, and I'll share a little bit about that. But we're pretty active in the earnings trade arena. And you'll see like what you're seeing on the screen right now, this is a snapshot of trades for the week of, in this case, May the 18th. But those are the ones that I'd be looking at for the week. The ones that I highlight in green are the ones that I'm acutely interested in, probably going to do a trade on. So that you can get a heads up on that. Now, what I'll do at the end of the quarter, beginning of the quarter, 1st of July, I'll print a list that has every earnings trade on there with the anticipated date. Now, the thing you have to remember on these earnings trades, especially we experienced a lot this past quarter after the big drop-off in March, is the dates change. They're dynamic. Some companies are very good. They confirm the date early, and the date is the date. But we ran into a lot this past quarter. Maybe it was because of the unique circumstances of the pandemic and everything, but we ran a lot of cases where dates were changed. So I'll caution you always double check, and we do miss some too, and we're adding to this list and taking away. You can see JCPenney on there. We're obviously going to be removing that from our list, but and that's what happens. But there's not a great deal of change. I've got a database of about 200 underlines that I trade, and all the ones that you recognize, and trades or companies come into play and go out of play. So it's adjusted a little bit, probably on a quarterly or semi-annual basis, and we'll keep you up to date on that. And this is what you'll, when I talk about having access to me and real live management, you can see that you'll have exposure to me. You'll see in the room, we put this trade on, how we exited, what we did, what we made. The first thing you'll see is a screenshot of the actual trade exit or adjustment, if that was the case. And then I keep a quarterly tabulation of all the earnings trades. I also keep an annual from January to December on every trade we do that includes the earnings trades, but I break the earnings trades out each quarter. Because in the course of a year, we're doing about 240, 250 earnings trades. So they're a significant part of what we do. Now, one of the benefits, as I said, I'm available during the day. I'm not some guru or anything, but I've been trading for a long time. I trade the Tasty Trade way. I drink the Tasty Trade Kool-Aid. I'm primarily a premium seller, but I'm in there to basically give you help during the course of the day. And I enjoy questions. I love to get questions. So if you have a question on a trade, we bring up we bring up the trade platform, and somebody might have asked me about this one, and I just said, let's take a look at it this way. But I'm in there. You can leave a message in the chat, in either of the chats, in the Skype chat or the Gold or the live trade room chat, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. And normally we're fairly busy, active in the mornings till about 11 Eastern. That's 10 Central. Then it kind of slows down in the earnings season. We're doing most of those trades late in the afternoon, but there's a window in there for plenty of time for education, questions, anything that concerns you. Now, another benefit is I'm keeping this group really small. I'm going to limit it probably in the 30 range, and I want to keep it small so I can give the kind of attention that I want to give, and I will. So that you know what we do, we're primarily seller of options. We rarely buy. We do some buy, so we do some double diagonals, we do some calendars, things like that when the market calls for it. But we're primarily sellers of options. And I also want to point out that we're not really pigeonholed into one investment class. I do have members that only trade futures or only trade stocks or only trade options, but I'm looking for anything that moves. So if it moves, I'm willing to trade it, because from my perspective, if I do a call spread or a put spread on Apple and I can make $100, or I can do a trade on a future option, and it's more active, got a higher probability, I can make $100 on that. My bank doesn't really care whether that $100 came from Apple or from a SPY futures or a SPY option. So I just want to make that clear that we're not all the same. Some shy away from different investment classes, but I actively trade all of them. And the other thing is we manage all our trades very mechanically and unemotionally, and that's really the key to this. And that as you get more and more advanced and skilled, you'll pick that up, where it really is all about mechanics and keeping the emotion out of it. Of course, you have to trade very small. You want to trade small size, and you want to do a lot of trades so the math works in your favor. This is another little blurb on you can earn while you learn the probability-based pay. You should be able to do one or more trades each month to pay for the monthly membership fee. It shouldn't be a problem at all. I just put a couple. This is the most recent earnings results this quarter. This is by far and above been the best earnings season ever. They're normally not this good. I want to be straight with you, but this has been a fabulous season. But nonetheless, we have pretty good results, very high winning percentage, and the way we trade earnings, and the way we manage them, and the way we manage all our trades. I mean, we put trades on typically with 45 days to go, and if we have an exit them for our targeted profit by the time there's only 21 days left, we're managing them. We don't hang in there and wait for expiration unless a trade's gone against us, and that's part of the management criteria that we do. But it's really a very simple process that we manage it, but it's very mechanical, very unemotional. And here's really my goal, and the reason I started this. If you've read my book, or you know the bad experience that I had with someone managing my money, I won't dwell on it here, but you can certainly see it in the book. But my vision is really to educate traders and investors to use known probabilities to become consistent and profitable traders. I spent years with candlesticks and technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and the only thing that ever was consistently successful for me was using the odds that are in our favor. Now, we trade the most liquid, tight bid-ask spread stocks out there. The case for probabilities would be the same if you're trading penny stocks. We don't trade penny stocks. It's 200 of the names you would probably recognize almost every one of them, if not every one. My goal is to show every client that successful trading is a learned skill that can be mechanical and non-emotional. And I can't emphasize that enough. And finally, my mission is to encourage and convince every trader and investor to become self-directed manager of the financial future. Now here's the final slide I put together was some contact information, so you can take a screenshot of it or keep it up on the screen if you need to get a hold of me. That's my website. And if you want to join the Gold Group, just go to that website, click on Become a Member, and go. There's either a bronze free level or there's the gold level, and you can join that. And then as soon as I'm notified, or you can send me a note, and I'll hook you up in the Skype group and get you the link to the live room. Both of my email addresses, either john@optionsmeister or support@optionsmeister.com work. There's my phone number, 513-518-6666. I am from Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, but I've maintained my cell phone. I live in Naples full time. There's my Skype. You can drop me a Skype. That's how we'll communicate in the live room. It's John_A_FLA. I have a Facebook. If you're not a member of the Optionsmeister Options Trading Group, you should join that. It's free. I have 3 questions I ask you to answer just to kind of keep the bots out of it. I also am continually adding content, free content on the YouTube channel. That's a link to that channel. And on the right is a book that I just recently published. It's on Amazon. Selfish plug, but there's a link to the Kindle, which is $2.99, or the paperback, which is $8.99. It's a nice read. It's an introductory book on how we use probabilities in our trading. And I've got a book coming out shortly. Maybe by the time you hear it, it'll already been published. But the next one's on trading options, the vertical spreads, using the probabilities, and then there will be some more subsequent books behind it. Well, this is just a little blurb on what we do in the gold, and I hope you found it interesting, knowledgeable. If there's any questions I can answer, you can reach me at any of these numbers. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger or Skype or whatever, and or pick up the phone or send me an email. Look forward to speaking to you. Good luck and great trading.